Okay, so a few more things that were kind of brought up as some issues when this was being shared out to other schools. One of the things is some of the sites have just the enrollment code, which is a link or the full link, and they don't just have the codes separated from those entire links. And so parents are asking, how do I get the code if my school is just giving a link? So, for example, with that, my son's school is one where they have the links provided, but they don't have just the code as we did at WikiWatchy. So, just to kind of troubleshoot, sorry, it's my phone. Just to kind of troubleshoot some of those messages, the code is just these last 6 numbers and letters at the end of that link. So if you are clicking on the Canvas account to create the Canvas account, again, looking at the directions that are in everybody's online course section on their school home screen, you go to this website here, and then it will bring you, it might bring you to a Google page. If it does, just click on the first option and then it'll bring you to this. So when you click I'm a student, that join code that you need, it's just going to be those last digits. So if I was going to join Miss Bishop's class, then I would just put KP4CMD in the join code. And then, of course, the student would put their full name. They pick a username and password, and please make sure that they write it down somewhere or take a picture. I guess you can't take a picture because it blocks out the code, but put it somewhere where you're not going to lose it. And so then that will allow them to join the class, and then they can progress with adding the rest of the classes by just clicking on the links. Another thing that has been a little problematic for some is some students, like one of mine, got this message. And so what's actually happening is they're clicking start learning, but they're not realizing that it's going through because they don't get some kind of pop-up message. And so then they try to put the code in again because they think it doesn't work. Well, what happens is you've already been enrolled in the course, so it comes up as an invalid code. And if you go to page 2 of the directions, it will tell you to go to this website here and just have them log in using whatever username or password they put, and then they should see that class on their dashboard. If it's not there, then they probably haven't properly enrolled. But most of the time, that's what the problem is, that they've already enrolled. They didn't realize that a pop-up box might have come up in the background saying that they were enrolled, and so they're continuously putting the codes in, but they're already in the class. Another thing is, make sure if you're going to copy and paste anything like I did in my previous video, that you don't have any spaces anywhere. So if there's a space before you paste or even a space after, that might throw off the code too. So those are 2 things that have been problems with my students when they're trying to add classes. Hopefully this helps and everybody can get their classes added and ready to start on Monday.